Hollywood, California, July 2nd, 1975.
She wanted everyone to take two.
Are you both all right?
No, we're not all right.
The film, Lucky Lady. A romantic adventure about rum running in the 1930s begins the final stages of completion, 245 days after the commencement of pre-production. Many pictures are made in 6 weeks. Bigger pictures take 3 or 4 months. Because of its size and scope, with its 3 major stars and hundreds of vintage boats and airplanes, Lucky Lady required an extraordinarily long and complicated production schedule. Filmed almost entirely at sea, it took a full year to make. The Sea of Cortez, November 1974. Production begins 3 months before the arrival of the stars Gene Hackman.
It's a physically hard picture. It's probably no harder than a lot of films. It's just longer, so it seems harder.
Liza Minnelli.
It sounded easy to me. You go out on the boat and they put a camera there and you do it. I didn't know about all the rest of this stuff.
Burt Reynolds.
It takes a long, long time to shoot a picture like this. I thought it would take maybe half my life, not my entire life.
February 17th, the 106th day. Shooting begins aboard the Lucky Lady. Director, Stanley Donen.
I never would have imagined any such ridiculous problems occurring on a movie. The decks are wet, and you can barely hear what they're saying. You can't get near enough to see them play the scene.
Action! Jimmy!
Wait a minute.
Jimmy!
Are you both all right?
Wait a minute.
Are you both all right?
No, we're not all right.
I've never been so glad to see anybody in my whole life. The sea, of course, is a problem. And it takes an incredible amount of patience and time. But now I know why they didn't make more boat pictures.
We've got...
The light has to be at a certain angle. And boats, even when they're anchored, tend to go like that. Now, maybe you could deal with that if it was just one boat, say the Lucky Lady. But when you got 40 boats all going like that, it's not too terrific.
February 23rd, the night of the 112th day. Coast Guard shootout.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Whoa, hold it.
The biggest hits now have been, as we say, action pictures. People diving and jumping and getting killed and escaping and all this.
Action. More nuts.
But there's no reason why a girl can't do that. They're taking the sacks off of those big guns!
Sail.
The girl always waits in the alley. Paul Newman says, wait here. And he goes off and does all this stuff, and she's standing in the alley like an idiot.
I think we're losing them.
In this movie, he says, wait here, and she says, and goes right with him. I have to go up in a biplane in the movie.
March 12th, the 129th day. Liza flies.
And we'll circle over here. We'll look down. The boats will be down here, the Lucky Lady and the Coast Guard boat.
Is there anything you want me to say, Jack, in your parting words? Take care of the dog.
I think we could stand by the takeoff. Yeah, okay.
Contact.
It's about 3 people in 1929, and they're going to get out of Mexico if it kills them. And together they join forces, and they decide to take this liquor across the border. And they become rich, and then they get poor, but they never leave each other, ever. It's like Harlow and Gable and Tracy. It's 3 characters, all somehow or other trying to stay above water. And the girl is important, because in a strange sort of way she keeps the men together.
It's about 3 people who fall in love and spend the rest of their lives making a movie.
March 28th, the 145th day, launching the Coast Guard cutter. April 4th, Bert takes a fall.
You got nothing to worry about.
April 15th, Liza sings. April 23rd, additional camera crews arrive. May 9th, Bert and Jean ambushed on the North Star. May 13th, Lucky Lady crew encounters sharks.
And then there's that old story, if you bleed, they attack.
May 25th, The 203rd day. Re-rigging the Lucky Lady.
The main problem with shooting on the Lucky Lady is that there's no place to go and sit down, because the boat really should have about 8 men on it, and it has 60. As you get out on the O, Elijah will throw up on you. Gene sits anywhere he wants. He's a big star. I can climb right up to the top of the mast.
May 29th, the 207th day. A Mexican national holiday. A day off.
Sundays, you see people disappearing to go and do their own thing, to relax, to somehow try and revitalize their brains for, the next week's work. Bert works on a script, I read a book, and Gene is a pilot. He goes up in his biplane and flies upside down for a while and doesn't go crazy.
I will not go in an airplane with him. I won't go upstairs with Gene Hackman again. He's crazy when he gets in an airplane. Is it risky? Yeah, I guess it is. When you're on location, as long as we've been on, you need to get away. That's a great kind of relaxation, something to bring you down after a day's shooting. When I'm doing that, that's all I'm doing, and I'm just involved in that, and it's amazing. I come down after an hour of just flying around like that. It's like an hour out of my life, and I really have forgotten everything else. You know, Gene's whole personality changes when he gets in an airplane. When he gets in an airplane, he's Smiling Jack.
June 4th, the 213th day. Battle at sea. The final confrontation.
You're going to have 28 boats coming in formation with 28 motors. 28 different motors and 28 different boats. I think that some of the shots still can't be made. And this is the first time that they've ever had boats actually run into each other and wreck. They used to do it in miniature. We're actually going to do it. I mean, and who knows what's going to happen? Nobody knows what's going to happen. And you don't do that twice.
Are you on your marks, everybody? On your marks? All right, this is okay, Stanley. Yeah. Stand by. Sure.
I don't think I want to make another film anywhere. I can live through this.
No. Are we ready to shoot it then?
The script will say giant sea battle, but it doesn't occur to you that someone has to go out, find the boats, blow them up, and that you have to be there with
Send the
them.
boat through. Guns are firing. Absolutely quality. Right, here we go. We all ready. Okay, here we go. Block it, please. All on the one. Smoke is good. Go right away. Right. Ready. Switch on. Ready.
In this film, you got a whole lot of production value. I mean, like explosions and fires and gunfights and all that stuff.
But it's still a comedy about three people. But it's like three people who meet during Waterloo.
June 9th.
And stroll through the Battle of the Bulge.
June 12th.
And then go out and sink the Bismarck.
June 15th.
For the next day, you're shooting World War II.
Ready?
And the day after that.
June 18th.
And the day after that.
June 23rd.
And the day after that.
June 25th.
And the next week and the next month.
June 30th.
Are you both all right?
No, we're not all right.
I don't think I've ever been so glad to see anybody in my whole life.
July 2nd. The 245th day.
When I read the script, I said goodbye to everybody. I will see you in a year.